strangers and engaging them in conversation about the Bible can be a challenge. Why? One reason is because some of us are more reserved than others. We are pleased to introduce Sister Lorraine Jackson. Sister Jackson has been serving for many years in special full-time service and visiting a variety of lands with her husband, Jeffrey. Sister Jackson, at first, when you learned the truth in Fiji as a young person, how did you feel about sharing in the ministry?
Brother Malenfant, I am shy and reserved by nature. And I remember that when I first learned that Jehovah wants us to preach His good news, I was excited, but even more so, I was terrified. I understood that preaching would mean approaching strangers and trying to have conversations with them, often when they least expected it. And really all I wanted to do was just be quiet and be on my own.
I think there are many brothers and sisters who feel the same way. What helped you to share in the ministry more fully?
I think the main thing that has helped me is relying on Jehovah's help through prayer. Like many others, I talk to Jehovah constantly about my struggles. The struggle to say the right thing, the struggle to not show fear in my manner or my voice, the struggle to remember the right scriptures to use and to use them well. And of course, if someone is rude, to try and remain calm and kind.
Your words are appreciated. Tell us, what are some of the things that bring you joy in the ministry?
The things that bring me joy are the very things I could not have done without Jehovah's help. Things like conversing freely with people, strangers, about Jehovah and the Bible, and then having the opportunity to see people's eyes light up when they read or understand a Bible verse for the first time. I think those are really precious. And of course, helping a Bible student work through a problem, and then also trying to become their friend. I think things like these really show Jehovah's power and support, and all I can do is thank Him for them.
That's very encouraging for all of us, Sister Jackson. My final question is, how do you feel about participating in various aspects of the ministry?
I know I still lack so much, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity I've been given to participate in various aspects of the ministry because they've allowed me to help others start their own journeys to becoming Jehovah's friend, and also given me an opportunity to work with Jehovah and really rely on Him. I feel the ministry helps one, especially if one is shy, to focus on others, on Jehovah, on Jesus, on people and their needs, and not so much on one's own limitations. It's true, I'm still very reserved and shy, and as those close to me know, some days are good, and other days I feel like hiding somewhere and not saying much. However, the ministry has helped me manage my shyness and has helped train me to accept other assignments of service. I am convinced that anyone, whether timid or otherwise, can rejoice in the ministry, provided they rely constantly on Jehovah and focus on Him.
Thank you very much, Sister Jackson, for such encouraging expressions of faith. Jehovah is there to help us if we trust in Him and put forth a sincere effort to give of ourselves in the preaching activity. The second way to give is by helping those related to us in the faith. Paul wrote about this in Galatians 6:10. It reads, "So then, as long as we have the opportunity, let us work what is good toward all, but especially toward those related to us in the faith." Yes, you are part of a beautiful family. Willingly use your time, energy, and resources to assist your fellow believers and work what is good toward them. Think about your brothers in the congregation and identify those whom you can assist in practical ways. Ask yourself, is there someone in the congregation I could help by giving that person a ride to a meeting? Or perhaps run an errand for him or for her? Perhaps visit the elderly and offer to assist them in practical ways. We all want to show personal interest in our brothers and sisters and be a source of encouragement to them. Also, we want to support relief efforts for needy Christians. Natural disasters occur, and there is sickness as well as poverty, among many other things. Doesn't it thrill you when you read how the brothers respond generously to assist fellow believers who are in need? At 2 Corinthians 8, 1-4, Paul expresses deep appreciation for the brothers in Macedonia. And notice why Paul felt that way. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 1-4. Now we want you to know, brothers, about the undeserved kindness of God that has been granted to the congregations of Macedonia. During a great test under affliction, their abundance of joy and their deep poverty made the riches of their generosity abound. For it was according to their means. Yes, I testify, it was even beyond their means, while they, on their own initiative, kept earnestly begging us for the privilege of kindly giving, to have a share in the relief ministry for the holy ones. The brothers in Macedonia took the initiative to provide loving help to their spiritual family in spite of their own poverty. What a fine example for us to be generous and ready to assist our spiritual brothers and sisters whatever way we can. Giving to others can be done in different ways. With that thought in mind, we are happy to interview Sister Penny Pierce. Sister Pierce, you have raised a family, you've spent decades in special full-time service, and traveled to a variety of lands with your husband Guy, who was a member of the governing body. And like Dorcas, you have a reputation for abounding in good deeds and gifts of mercy. Tell us, Sister Pierce, what motivates you to assist others?
Well, the answer is found in 1 Corinthians 29:14, where it says, "For everything is from you, and we have given to you what comes from your own hand. So anything that I may give actually comes from Jehovah." Recently, with the coronavirus, we've seen an outpouring of Jehovah's people giving. We all have given time and energy, emotions, a listening ear, and video chatting. Everyone, young and old, gave love, faith, and trust, and it didn't cost anything. I felt Jehovah is doing wonderful things in the middle of a tragic pandemic.
What you said is truly practical and very helpful. Sister Pierce, please tell us the experience you had when you hosted brothers and sisters during a special preaching campaign.
Well, at times we have the opportunity to help materially, too. Some years ago when the family was home, we had 30 people coming to stay at our home. They were going to preach to refugees. I had one bathroom, and I had $25, which I spent completely on food. Now I had $0. We never told anyone we didn't have money. I knew they didn't have money, too. We had a wonderful time. When the friends left Sunday night, I had more food than when they came. That food lasted us for 10 days to the end of the month. But I worried about the effect on my teenage sons, so I asked one how he felt. He said, "I know you have a jar of flour and oil." I didn't worry anymore.
Jehovah certainly blessed you. Tell us how you view what you did to host the friends that came to preach in your area.
Many of these acts of kindness I did were very small to me, but often I didn't know the big impact it would have in their lives. That's when you realize you've had the privilege of working with Holy Spirit. It's nothing I did. It's what Jehovah did.
That's beautiful, Sister Pierce. Now we would like to hear a final expression from you of the joy that you receive personally in giving.
One never gives to Jehovah and not receive back 100-fold. It may not come from the same source, but it will come. Jehovah promises in Acts 20:35, there is more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. I have to admit, Jehovah spoils me with blessings.
Thank you very much, Sister Pierce. Jehovah has certainly blessed you for your generosity and your warm Christian hospitality.